Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is kind of like a story time, so it's kind of a bit different. Oh, my cat is like right next to the screen. Hello. Oh, I love you. Sorry. Okay, so this is kind of like a story time, and it's just my experience of going to the doctors during anorexia. And I know I make a lot of these like during anorexia, like anorexia this, like I know I do that, but the reason I do it is to share my experience, because a lot of these things like are not talked about, and I want to talk about them because I want to show that like I went through these things, I struggled with this, and now I'm in a different place, and you can too be in a different place and recover. And and if you're already recovered, then you could just like kind of go through it with me and just kind of just know this information, know my history, just to see where I'm coming from in general. And yeah, so sorry, the camera's weird. Okay, so basically when I was about, this is when after we were in Russia, we came back to America, and it was some time that passed by, and I was kind of in a state of I binged out sometimes, like every week maybe, sometimes twice a week. Like I was kind of losing control, then gaining it again. Like I was kind of relapsing, and then like it was just crazy and stuff. And so I was kind of like at the point where I was at my skinniest, which was like 80. Then when we went back to America, I gained some weight. Then I kind of lost a little bit of weight and was kind of like at about 105 pounds. Maybe even 100 pounds, actually. Yeah, like 100 pounds. So I gained about like 20 pounds. But we were there, and my mom made a doctor's appointment checkup. So it wasn't like, for anorexia or for like eating disorder or anything like that. It was specifically just a checkup for shots, things like that. Nothing like serious. And so we had this appointment, and we came there, and I was shaking. I was scared. Not like, usually okay, if you don't know this, I'm scared of doctors. And on my Instagram, I don't know if all of you've seen my Instagram, but on my Instagram story, I even posted one time, like, guys, DM me, talk to me, because I'm at a doctor's right now, and I'm, like, stressing, and I needed someone to talk to, and you guys were, like, DMing me, and I was like, yes. But anyways, I'm scared of doctors. Like, literally any doctor, I'm just scared of. Sometimes it's just a checkup, like, literally, sometimes they just check. Like, nothing scary. Like, I had, like, a nose checkup recently. They literally just, like, looked up my nose, and that's it. Nothing, they didn't put anything, but I'm just, like, terrified. I cry at the doctor's appointments sometimes, like, if I get too scared. It's, like, a whole, like, other story, but, yeah, so, but this time it was, like, a different fear. It was just a fear of them touching my body, because, like, I know that sounds weird, but I mean, like, because they check you, like, your arms, they just check you, because it's, like, a general doctor's appointment. And I was, like, so, like, nervous, and I was, like, oh my gosh, like, this is gonna be scary. They're gonna check my weight, they're gonna, like, check, like, my overall health, they're gonna check my BMI, all that stuff, height, weight, whatever. And that's why I was scared. So, they're checking me, they're gonna touch, like, my arms and stuff, they're gonna see, because usually, like, I'm, in, like, hoodies and stuff, hiding, so here it's gonna be, like, in a shirt, for example, they're gonna see my, my bones and stuff, even though I wasn't at my thinnest even. But I was like, I thought I was, like, 105, even though I was 100, and I was like, I think I'm healthy and stuff, so I'm fine. And so we came in, because I was like, I don't know if she'll consider it, like, thin or, like, healthy, because I wasn't, like, super thin. I was, like, at the edge of healthy. Well, I thought I was, because I thought I was, like, 105, but I was, like, 100 pounds. But anyways, we came in, and they weighed us and stuff, and she did tell me, like, oh, yeah, you're underweight, you'd be good if you even gained, like, 20 pounds. She was really nice about it. She wasn't like, oh, yeah, you're underweight, like, you need therapy or something. She was like, you're underweight, and you need to gain, like, 20 pounds. And actually, the reason I lost weight, is another story. It's connected to this doctor's, like, also a doctor appointment general visit thing, and I'll make another video about that. Like, why it kind of, like, what made me anorexic, sort of, what, like, not motivated me, but what, like, started it, like, boosted it, and it's kind of related to this story. But, anyways, she was like, you need to gain, like, maybe 20 pounds, because she remembers when I was overweight, like, because she's the one who told me to lose weight, which is connected to the other story. And not, like, in a bad way. It's just like, oh, you'd be healthier, start eating healthier, start exercising. But I took it to the extreme, things like that. And Anyways, so she was like, she was really nice, nothing like mean, or she told me that it would be good if I gained some weight, 20 pounds, and I was like, oh, I was freaking out. I was like, oh, well, like, maybe, like, are you sure 20 pounds? Like, is it 110 pounds, like, normal for me? Like, I was asking all these questions. She also was like, she was there, because I was with my sister, and then she was like, you know, do you girls, like, she was asking all these, you know how they ask, like, questions about, like, the seatbelts, cars, crossing the street, things like that, and she also asked, like, she never asked this before, but she was like, do you guys have any, like, eating disorder habits, like, abusive use of laxatives, or things like that, and I was like, is she gonna ask about, like, you know, she was asking about purging and stuff. She didn't ask about restricting, which was interesting, because I thought she would, because she was kind of leading up to that, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I was freaking out, because I was like, oh my gosh, I fear, like, she's gonna find out, they're gonna send me to therapy, like, I do not want to. It ended up being well, like, everything was fine. It was probably because I wasn't that underweight. If I was more underweight, it'd probably be, like, you know, more concerns. But, yeah, so I was, by the BMI, underweight. She told me that I needed to gain weight. I was freaking out the whole time after, like, I was freaking out, and it was just an interesting experience, and I just want you guys to know that, like, you don't have to be afraid of doctors, especially because they're trying to help you, but at that time, you know, when you're anorexic, you don't want anyone to touch you, like, anything, like, help you, like, and I didn't want to. But I ended up, you know, later on wanting to recover and helping myself, so, like I always say, no doctor, no parent can force you into recovery, only you can decide that, so, you know, if you go to the doctor because you have anorexia, like, they might not be able to help you. It's what's in your mind. It's, you know, you are the only person who can help you, and that's important to remember. And that's just a little story about my doctor's visit during anorexia. Like, I thought it would be interesting just to kind of share. Like, I was really scared that they'd find that I'm restricting or calorie counting or things like that, and she did have comments like, oh wow, you're really thin, and like, because she remembered me before, and I was overweight, and here I'm like thin, you know, like out of nowhere, and I looked different, so yeah, I don't know, it's just an interesting story I thought it would be to share, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed that story. See you next time, bye!